Well, Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year. There is a new Monster Hunter game in development called Monster Hunter Wilds. Black Myth Wukong got a release date. There's a new God of War Ragnarok DLC. And there are a couple more things I want to go through in this video as we kind of recap things that were shown or announced at the Game Awards 2023. So if you guys missed watching the live stream, or you simply didn't have the time to sit through the 3 to 4 hour live stream that it was, including all the commercials and everything, and you just want a succinct update on the things that, we would probably cover on this channel, we're going to go through those now. So first up is Baldur's Gate 3. As I mentioned earlier, it won Game of the Year. No surprise here. This is something we predicted back in July after playing the game in Ghent with Larian. This is something I think a lot of us who've played Baldur's Gate 3 was pretty sure was going to happen. We didn't know if the Game Awards were really going to give it to them because it's a CRPG and a turn-based game, and frankly, those sort of games, at least in recent history, do not win Game of the Year. So it's incredibly awesome. Big shout out to Larian Studios for pulling that off. They absolutely deserve that. But there's more. They also won Best Performance with Neil Newbon as Astarion in the game, winning that, which is fantastic. He does a great job. They won Best Community Support. That's awesome too. Best Multiplayer. That's a big surprise to me. There didn't seem to be a lot of strong contenders in that field, but Best Multiplayer is great. The game does have fantastic multiplayer. They, of course, won Best RPG as well. No surprise there. And they also won Player's Voice, so the people really wanted this game to win Baldur's Gate 3 or win Game of the Year, and it did. Very, very happy, so big kudos to Larian Studios for pulling that off. They absolutely deserve it. We also have more Baldur's Gate 3 content coming on this channel. We are not done. We have more multi-classing guides coming and other things as well, so stay tuned for those. If you've enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3 content, we are continuing to do this throughout December, January, and February, and so on. And the next thing that you might have missed if you didn't watch the Game Awards is that Capcom announced Monster Hunter Wilds, which is a new Monster Hunter game that is being developed for PC and next-gen systems. That will be releasing in 2025. So not this coming year, but the following year we'll see that. And surprisingly, it's supposed to launch on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on the same year. Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter World both had staggered launches between console and PC, so it'll be interesting to see if they pull that off. And from the look of things, it looks like it's going to be an open world Monster Hunter type game. We don't have all the details yet, but if you are a Monster Hunter fan, definitely, stay tuned. We will be giving you all the updated information on Monster Hunter Wilds as it becomes available. The next thing you might have missed is that Black Myth Wukong now has a release date officially announced with new gameplay trailer coming on August 20th, 2024. That is next summer. That's not too far away, but it's, not as close as some people might have been predicting. A lot of people on this channel excited for that game. We got to play this game at Gamescom earlier this year. Played very, very well. Controls are very, very smooth. I cannot wait to see more from this game. So hopefully we'll have something to share with you more about this coming soon. Another thing you might have missed is that God of War Ragnarok has a DLC that's coming out next week, December 12th. It's a totally free DLC for the game, adding new content. I think this was a surprise for a ton of people. I was not expecting it. And supposedly it's supposed to add some sort of roguelike mechanics to the game. I don't know if it's going to be separate from the campaign in its own area. Kind of looked like some sort of arena or something like that. We don't have a lot of details at this point, but that is a free DLC coming out next week. So if you own God of War Ragnarok, might as well download it and check it out. Next thing we'll dive into is Rise of the Ronin. This got a release date of March 22nd of next year. That is the exact same release date of Dragon's Dogma 2, which I think is probably a bad idea. I realize that Rise of the Ronin is being developed by Team Ninja, and it's more of an action game than an RPG like, Dragon's Dogma is. However, they both have a very large Japanese audience, and releasing on the same day is probably not the greatest idea. There is new gameplay that you can check out, though. If you want to see some more gameplay for Rise of the Ronin, that is available. Cannot wait to see more from this game as well. Big Team Ninja fans. We love Neo here on the channel, so stay tuned for more details about that. The next thing is a new game that was announced, No Rest for the Wicked, that's coming to early access on PC in Q1 of next year, with a full release sometime after that. We don't know exactly when on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. This is a new action RPG that's being developed by the Ori developers. They make some phenomenal 2D games. This is kind of an isometric game, the way the gameplay looks. This is something we've been hearing a lot about behind closed doors for a while. We didn't get to see the gameplay until now, but we know that they've been working on an action RPG. It's great to finally see it. It looks fantastic. The art style, which is really what Ori is known for, just looks fantastic. So you can expect to see more of that game here on the channel as well. Can't wait to see more of that. The next thing is that Space Marine 2 does have a release date now, another one, September 9th for 2024 next year. We did a preview on this game recently on our channel a couple weeks back, and right after we did that preview, the game got delayed, and people were like, wow, well, it's a great time for that preview. But we do have a release date now for that, which is great. And this is another one that we got to play at Gamescom earlier this year that's just absolutely tons of fun to play. I miss games like this. It's not complicated. It's not, like, super crazy when it comes to like mechanics and things like that, but it's just stupid fun. There are games out there that are just really, really fun to play, and this is one of them. Very much looking forward to Space Marine 2 next year. And another new action RPG that I did not know anything about till the Game Awards is the first Berserker Khazan. The gameplay trailer was shown of this. This is coming out on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. Doesn't have a release date yet, but it is marketed on Steam as a Souls-like and an action role-playing title. This is one we're absolutely going to be keeping an eye on this channel. We love action role-playing games and Souls-like games. Definitely seems to have all the makings of an interesting, compelling game. And if you're looking forward to that, or if that's something that really catches your eye, stay tuned. We will have more information on that game on our channel as soon as it becomes available. And the last thing we're going to touch upon before we wrap up this video is, of course, Elden Ring. Elden Ring was not shown at the Game Awards. There has been no news in terms of how the development of that project is coming along. We haven't even seen a release date trailer or a CGI trailer, especially no gameplay. A lot of people thought, including myself, that we might see something at the Game Awards this year. That did not happen. So one has to wonder where that puts Elden Ring DLC Shadow of the Erdtree for its timing in terms of release. With the spring kind of full up, and not having heard anything at the Game Awards of other action role-playing titles, I don't see this likely coming in spring. I think it's probably likely we might see something in summer. There are some games competing with it, not that it has to worry about it, but Black Myth Wukong is coming out in the fall, and, obviously, generally you don't want to be competing against other things, even if it's, Elden Ring. So it makes me think that realistically this game is probably going to come out in the summer. We're talking like maybe July, June, something like that. Hopefully we'll hear something soon with no like real upcoming game shows that I'm aware of. They're probably going to have to, make some ninja announcement on Twitter like they like to do. But we'll have to see where we hear something about this. What do you guys think about this? I mean, we haven't heard anything for so long about this. I'm just curious what's happening here. Let me know what you guys think about these games coming up. Did you guys watch the Game Awards? What did you guys think about it? I was busy, so I just happened to catch up on the details afterward. I caught parts of it. I didn't get to catch up the whole thing. There's some really good-looking games. I was expecting, some more things to be shown that weren't shown. But I'm really curious what you guys think. What do you guys think of the games that we've shown here? Let me know in the comments below.